everybody, welcome back to Talk with Nia. So Beyonce has Megan Thee Stallion perform Savage with her on the Renaissance Tour in Houston, which we saw over the weekend. I was definitely assuming Meg would probably perform, but at the same time, I wasn't sure because Beyonce was barely bringing anybody out. She didn't even have an opener, okay? But I'm glad to see Megan got the chance to finally perform that song with Beyonce. Okay, it was really, really cute. She was definitely fangirling, as would I. So that was really nice to see. Now, speaking of Beyonce, people are also wondering if Queen Bee is paving the way for Blue Ivy's soft launch. Listen to this.
I want to discuss Beyonce soft launching Blue Ivy's career and creating and building her legacy right in front of us, because this is something that's been in my brain for a hot minute and I think it's time that I let it out. I've been talking about Beyonce a lot on my TikTok lately, but I just can't help it. She's the queen. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I don't think a lot of people are really grasping what Beyonce is doing when she's inviting Blue Ivy on stage with each show and each performance that she does on the Renaissance Tour. Because I know Mother is smart AF, I want to break it down for you guys that aren't really clocking how smart Beyonce is and why she's chosen to do this at this specific point in time in her career. I want to say the first time we kind of got a glimpse of Blue Ivy doing things with her mom or working creatively with her mom was when the Beachella documentary was released on Netflix. A lot of Beehive caught the clip of Beyonce kind of practicing for her Coachella performance, and Blue Ivy was on the chair basically practicing the dance with her mom, even though she wasn't in the performance. She was just rehearsing with her mom. And then with Blue Ivy being featured on the song Brown Skin Girl, that was a huge moment because Blue Ivy ended up winning a Grammy for that. I feel like a lot of us started to see what Beyonce was doing. Personally, I started to think, is Blue Ivy going to be singing anytime soon? Is Blue Ivy going to be doing something bigger? And I read this article today that People released on Gabrielle Union's daughter actually thinking that she was going to a Blue Ivy concert and not a Beyonce one. I just find that so funny because Beyonce knows what she's doing by inviting Blue Ivy on stage with her every night. Not only is she allowing us to witness this beautiful bonding moment that she's having with her daughter on stage, we are literally witnessing the creation or the birth of a legend, the birth of a star. And let's not get it twisted. We know Blue Ivy's been a star. She's been that girl. But I think this moment that Beyonce has been showcasing on tour has really just started getting a lot of people excited about who Blue Ivy is separate from her parents. And I really love the ongoing joke. Sometimes some people take it too far, but I like the ongoing joke in the Beehive fandom that Blue Ivy is Beyonce's manager. She is the one in charge. And with each show, we can see Blue Ivy gaining more and more confidence, and it's really a beautiful sight to see. And I'm sure Beyonce just feels incredibly proud of her daughter. I think it's just so beautiful because at this point in Beyonce's career, she's achieved so much, She's practically achieved it all. Every major award that you can ever want or dream to achieve as an artist, Beyonce has achieved that. Beyonce has done it all in her career. So I think at this point, she knows that her job, not only as the greatest performer, the greatest living artist and entertainer ever, she knows her job is to kind of pass that baton on, but she's not going to pass it on to everyone. She's not going to pass it on to anybody. She's going to pass it on to her daughter, the one that she loves, the one that she knows has the same potential in her, because in her blood, she is Blue Ivy Carter. She was born to be on that stage, honey. Whatever Blue Ivy chooses to do with her career, I think the fact that Beyonce has set her up to have this phenomenal, strong fan base, she's already got people chanting her name. You can hear it in the videos of people chanting Blue, 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 and you can see the joy in Blue Ivy's face and the joy it brings to Beyonce as well. I remember when at the start of the Renaissance Tour, a lot of people were like, oh, this is definitely Beyonce's farewell tour and stuff like that, which I don't think it is. but I think it is the tour where Beyonce is like giving her legacy to her daughter, and she sings this all the time in songs. So I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy for, coming to this conclusion and this idea and opinion. Confidence, passing down the work ethic, passing down community that Beyonce has been able to build with her fans. And not only is it like a beautiful moment and soft launching of her career, but the marketing of Blue Ivy, like the fact that people doing fan projects for Blue Ivy. Guys, how long is she on the stage? I think she's on the stage for like less than 15 minutes. Blue Ivy is not on the stage for that long. And the fact that Gabrielle Union's daughter literally thought it was a Blue Ivy concert, and the fact that there's fan projects for Blue Ivy, and the fact that like people make these big posters in hopes that Blue Ivy will see it is crazy. Don't even get me started on the Blue Ivy dance that was all over TikTok a couple months ago. Like the dance that Blue Ivy and Beyonce do, everyone calls it the Blue Ivy dance, and that just shows whatever Beyonce is doing, whatever she's thinking, it's working very well, and it's working in the favor of Blue Ivy and her future career. But let me know your thoughts, because I could talk about this topic all day. I feel like there's definitely a lot to unpack.
Now, I think it's very, very cute that we got to see Baby Blue admire Beyonce getting awards. And you see little clips of Blue dancing while Beyonce's in rehearsal. And now we see Blue on stage, and her confidence has grown so much since the first show. Super proud of Blue, and she's out there killing it. I mean, people are thinking that it's her show. Is it Blue's soft launch? I mean, could be, could not be, but whatever Blue decides to do, she has the Beehive and an army of other people outside of the Beehive who are going to support her no matter what she wants to do. I just think that it is such a cute thing to see. Now, moving on, K. Michelle is airing it all out. Now, she shared her experience with Nicki Minaj getting one of her songs called By a Heart that was supposed to be on K. Michelle's album, and apparently it just got a little messy.
So let's run these albums.
So we got Rebellious
Soul.
Uh-huh.
Anybody want a heart? Anybody want to buy a heart?
Yeah, that's my best album.
What does that mean? Anybody want to buy a heart?
You want the truth?
Anybody
want to buy a heart was on a Meek Mill album, and Nicki Minaj mean ass took it from me.
The song?
You
or
were
the
featured
title?
on
Meek Mill's Atlantic Records put me in with Meek Mill's because he needed some love songs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was shooting folk in the songs.
Yeah.
We needed to get some good love stuff.
Gotta get the women.
Mm-hmm.
And so he played that record. It wasn't on his album. I said, "Oh, you sleeping on this?" So I got the record. I got like August, everybody to hop on the record. And then that's when I found out they was dating. I never slept with me, none of that. And then they was like, she wanted to take the record for me. And she said that he had to take back his chain for me. And I never did none of that. I always loved her.
Hmm.
And that's where the title came from.
Yeah, but the record was on her album.
Wait, the record's on one of her albums?
Yes.
Okay,
all right.
so you said, fuck it, I'm going to use the title.
I had already had the title.
You already
It
had
was
the title.
nothing, and the song.
Yeah,
it was
and the
nothing. And Atlantic.
Oh, she took the song off your album?
Yes.
So you're like, I'm going to keep the title, though.
It was nothing new. The album was already made.
Yeah.
And the trailer. You can still see the song in the trailer of introducing my album.
And that's where it comes from.
But hold on. Okay, this is why sometimes it gets away a little bit, because people found a tweet from K. Michelle in 2014 saying, I heard a song that didn't make my album is going to one of my favorites. So super excited. Love her. So are you bitter about it, or were you supportive and okay with it? What's the real tea, K. Michelle? Okay? And what's the point of us talking about this now? But in other news, Usher is going to be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show at the next Super Bowl. Okay, so are you guys excited to see Usher? Now, this was kind of rumored, like people wanted Usher to be next and stuff, so I'm happy to see that he got it. Curious to see who he may bring out as well. Now let's move on. So Charlamagne the God had a lot to say. They got into a little back and forth with Drake over his new song with SZA. Listen to what Charlamagne had to say.
I mean, and it's not a scare because Drake's gonna be fine. Drake put out a song last Friday, and nobody cared.
What was the song?
The Drake and SZA record.
No, people, that just dropped, and people do like
It came out last Friday, and it came out last Friday, and people just started talking about the lyrics yesterday because I saw people, posting about how he said something about whips and chains. You get whipped and chains like an African slave or something like that. And I remember I'm in the group chat, and I'm like, damn, Drake put out this record Friday, and people just get into the lyrics on a Monday.
I mean,
that's not Drake. Like,
oh.
He's gonna be fine. Regardless, I just think that, it's also when you think about, you look at the album cover and you hear the title For All My Dogs, I think we was looking for something a little bit more harder, a little bit more aggressive.
Let's see what happens.
This slow joint with SZA.
Let's see what happens.
Now, Drake did respond because apparently him and Charlamagne, they just be, going back and forth, all right? Drake said, "Are you okay, Leonard? You kind of weirded me out, G. Like, you really obsessed with me or something for years. Like, you look in the mirror and wish you saw my reflection type shit. Whatever you got to do, let it out. I'm sure your 435 loyal fans will stand by you." So, yeah, Drake is sick and tired of being sick and tired of Charlamagne the God. Now, speaking of Drake and this song, it did go number 1, okay, on Billboard Hot 100. So, even though Charlamagne saying a lot of people talking about it, which I could see why he said that, but the song went number 1. So, I mean, Drake kind of shut you up with the numbers anyway. Now, moving on, y'all remember Latasha Scott from the group Escape? The one who allegedly stole $30,000 from her own sister/group mate, Tamika Scott? Well, she released a solo gospel album a few months back that didn't do great. We talked about that, okay, according to the sales. And now she's coming out with a Christmas album. Latasha, read the room. People don't want an album from you, mama. A lot of people are not here for it. And I'm not too sure that this Christmas album will do so well for her either. I think she's really damaged her reputation, and it's going to be harder for people to support her. Her whole reputation was damaged when the group Escape and then SWV got together and did the reality TV show, which was amazing, by the way. I wish they would do a season 2, but I can't see it happening because it was just so much drama for both groups. But, Escape is moving on as a trio. Latasha Scott can't even get back in the group. And then her solo projects aren't doing well. And she got aired out for allegedly stealing a lot of money and royalty checks from her sister. So, and then her husband got aired out for being a cheater. It was a mess. It was a mess a few months ago with her. Okay? But that's all I got for today. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.